Welcome back, everybody. Dren608 plays. We're playing Baldur's Gate 3 here. We got stuck the last time when Karlach and Wyll came through, so I
soldier,
reloaded that save, and this is where it put
here
me.
we are. It worked. My engines calmed down.
See, it gets stuck right here. And then I was tinkering around with it offline, and I found out that if I hit space, it's going to move forward. So we're basically just finishing the ending screens that we didn't have before.
I shouldn't have let you come here. This isn't going to be easy, you know. Zariel's going to come at us with everything she's got.
And then it gets stuck here again.
Gods, like clockwork. They'll be on us soon, but there's just enough time. Thought I was done with these. But then, there was you. Imps are fast, but careless. Don't let them tire you out, just get rid of them. And don't forget, you asked for this. Better let these fuckers know I'm back. And this time, I'm not alone.
At least they have Wyll having the right weapon. They don't have her having the right weapon. She's supposed to have that big nasty sword I gave her. A couple of them. She had 3 of the really nasty swords. And then it got to this black screen. I think I had to hit space again to get it to move forward. There we are. Because then it loads us up. And then this is actually going to be the final part of it, I think. If I remember right. Because this is kind of where I stopped. So I might have to do that space skipping. It seems to be the end of the
Since the Netherbrain fell, you and Shadowheart have seen more of Faerun than you ever thought possible. She no longer shies from wolves or water. Nothing in the world frightens her anymore. And you feel you could face anything by her side. One day, you receive a letter passed to you by a stranger who bows with deference. An invitation to a gathering of the friends and allies who stood by your side in the fight against the Absolute. You waste no time in packing and set off on the long road back to where all of your adventures together began.
So we're on the beach? Cool. There he is. It's Withers. Lae'zel's looking ephemeral. Oh, Wyll and Karlach?
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon, wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
Okay. So I guess I get to talk to everybody, huh? I do get to cast my spells, huh? I'm going to cast my Speak with Animal spell. Still have my gloves of archery. Do I have all my equipment? Well, not all my equipment. Do have my armor, cloak, my rings. I don't have all my stuff in here. I do have my standard weapons. I just don't have all my spares. Okay. I guess they decided I was going to wear the brocade ensemble, whether I wanted to or not. Should have been in the comfortable ash meadow outfit, but okay. So we are still a 12th level ranger and everything. Okay. Okay, so my elixir of humanness, whatever, is not there. Alright, so who should I talk to first? Clothing chest? What's in our clothing chest? Oh, we can dye all of our clothes. Oh, so there's all my clothing. Still here. All of our underwear. And put everybody in underwear. Look at that. We can wear blue. We can wear blue. Boxers. Lacy things. Okay. Are we gonna have everybody stripped down out of their clothes? I don't think so. That's cute that that's...
Have to keep going.
Oh, I need to talk to my pets. Where are you at there, Scratch? Hey, Scratch.
What's up for discussion?
A familiar sight. Scratch can't quite speak around the thing he has in his mouth.
Huh, what's he got? What you got this time, Scratch?
I found this. It smelled like you, so I kept it. Seemed like something you might like to throw.
Be happy to, but first, how have you been?
Oh, I've been so good. I've got a nice home in the city now. A girl named Mindy says I'm her best friend. She's mine too. Also you and Owlbear. I've got so many best friends, I hardly know who to play with.
Do you hear you felt well since our travels together?
I certainly have, and I always will. Forever, I think. And so will you.
This is a dangerous object. I'm not sure we should be playing with it. Doesn't give me the option to throw it. So
You
I
know
don't
best. But
wonder what
a
it is.
little fetch never hurt anyone, as far as I know.
Okay.
You see, Boo? I told you our friend was near.
What did I get?
Have your associates always been so ugly?
Oh. He dropped the inert astral prison. Okay. Should we talk to Owlbear? Let's talk to my armor girl.
Friend! You came! Big brother Scratch, too! Happy.
Scratch wouldn't let me pet him.
Yes. Miss this. More.
What have you been doing since we last met?
Make friends with a turtle, a cat, a kraken. Kraken eats my cat friend, so I bite, kill. With shiny clothes, I am strong. Tired now. Want sleep. Want cave.
Should we take him in? She always wanted animals. Sounds like you need someone to look after you. How about with me and Shadowheart? Yeah.
Nice lady. She gives pets and tasty things. I like her. I go to her.
Okay, wherever she is. I don't see her around here. Okay, who's this? Is this Jaheira? Let's talk to Jaheira. She's right here.
Well, now. You can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to.
I missed you too, Jaheira.
Ah, how nice to be understood again. I have spent the past months bickering with builders and bankers, all to restore the city exactly as it was. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers, same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon, same cisterns overflowing. Huh.
What do I ask her? What are the Harpers up to?
What else? Helping. Whether I ask for it or no. Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. Farmers, masons, healers. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's Crossing. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist. Temporarily, you understand. To organize the craftsmen. Though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two if they don't expel her. Again.
What do you hear about Hero?
There is still much to do. People to house. A Harper network to rebuild. I may have little love for this city, but so long as my family chooses to serve it, I can do no less. For all your travels, I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Home. Whatever that means to you.
Let's go down the old love. My wife's been watching a lot of Hallmark, so we'll go with the Hallmark answer. My home is with Shadowheart.
Ah, sentiment. With the greatest affection, I can think of better ways to sour our stomachs. I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never know. Some ne'er-do-well might have tampered with the wine.
Hells yes! You're here!
Karlach? Can we talk with Karlach? Who's this? Let's go talk to Karlach.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God! He wasn't kidding. With us, you mad bastard! You brought me back! Soldier! It's really you. I've missed you, man. Like, I've really missed you. And you're so clean.
I've missed you too.
I'd say so. Can't think of who's been carrying your pack now that Kay's out of commission. Man, we had some good times. Wish Wyll and I had more time to reminisce, but surviving Avernus is just non-stop. Still, having him there has been incredible. You really can get through anything with someone you love at your side.
Oh, she fell in love with him.
But hey, guess what we found? Cambion dropped a map with directions and blueprints for Zariel's own private forge. A fucking forge! Our current plan is to get in, grab a smith, and force him to fix old Rusty. Or maybe give me a brand new model that can live outside Avernus. You haven't seen the last of old Karlach yet, soldier.
If anyone can survive Avernus twice, it's you, which is true.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Keep a bottle of something good in the icebox for me, huh? Mama Kay's coming home before too long. Can I look you up when I'm out?
You better.
Hey, that would be kind of fun, though. High stakes hide and seek. Honestly, I'd be curious to see if you could land a blow or two. Gods, is it good to see you again. To be here together. Hard not to get used to it all over again. This won't be the last time. I promise.
Cool. Okay, Jaheira's playing music. Gale? We haven't talked with Gale. Where's Wyll? Where's Halsin? Let's go talk to Halsin. Let's talk to Halsin and Gale and Wyll.
You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. But now, our paths cross once more.
It's been 6 months since we did this. Let me guess, just as nature intended. Which is a quote. That's a quote from the original Baldur's Gate 1.
The Oak Father has been kind to me this past while. Yet I cannot forget the bond we all forged together. It is one that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I know it can. For I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day.
Each was ours to write. Who knows what we might share together.
You are right, of course. I am accustomed to dwelling on the past, even when it brought me nothing but unhappiness. You changed that, and gave me the most precious of memories. Now the task is to make yet more of them, so that each reunion shall be all the sweeter. And who's to say we need to make such gatherings a rare occasion? My hearth is yours to warm yourself beside always. Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing.
I want to hear what you
In
said.
that case, very well. Our community grows rapidly. In 6 months, we have turned what was once a shadowy wasteland into a true home for all. In another 6 months, I would wager the scars of the past will be entirely invisible, even to those who remember them. The old masonry of Moonrise Towers and Rythwin have been repurposed into new homes, and the land is rich with harvests and bountiful trees. Nature and civilization are in harmony, stronger together.
You've been busy. Is this the balance you wished for?
In a manner of speaking, yes. Though it is a more complex, evolving beast than I could ever have anticipated. True balance is no simple, fixed thing. I see that now. We welcome folk from all walks of life. Anyone who wishes for a new start. Naturally, it can be chaotic at times, but it is a thrilling sort of chaos. It thrives in ways I could never have dreamed of.
That's neat. I need to see this place for myself.
You are welcome whenever you like, and for however long you please. Now, please, tell me all, and spare no details. I shall not lie. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see, my charges. Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Halsin. Another is the chorus that greets me each nightfall. They have all exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake.
Let me see what I have.
I am all ears, though I never cared for that phrase. A rather unsettling image.
Yeah. Oh, just tell him about it.
You have kept yourself busy. I expected no less, in truth. I shall be able to keep the children enthralled for a few more nights yet, thanks to you. And should you wish to retell of your exploits in person, well, I shall not object to a night off. Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening, as much as I
So we
would
get
like
to hear about their stories.
I shall leave you to the others for now, unless there was anything else.
Tell me about Daniel and Oliver.
Quite often. They come and go as they please, but with so many playmates to avail of, they are far from strangers. They ask after you often. What you did for them will never be forgotten. I can see it in the land all around me. But more importantly, I see it in their faces whenever they visit. To make a child smile is to dabble with the power of gods, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. Turn to leave.
Before you go, I have something for you. Just a little keepsake, really. Do you remember how I told you I like to whittle?
Vaguely.
I made this. Ducks are my favorite, but I thought they were particularly fitting in this case.
Carving.
They are migratory birds, of course, traveling far and wide with the turn of the seasons. Yet, they always find their way back to where they belong.
Huh. Okay.
Just like old friends find themselves back in each other's company.
That's kind of neat. You're a sentimental creature at heart.
I am well aware, trust me. Now, I've taken up enough of your time. Go on, enjoy the festivities.
Okay, I forgot a whittled duck. We need to go talk to Astarion. We have a lot of people to talk to.
Well, look who decided to turn up. I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. And you're looking more delicious than ever, if you don't mind me saying. Whatever you've been doing with your time, it clearly worked wonders.
Where's Shadowheart? I think my partner for that, being with them, has been a blessing. Yeah, we're going down the Hallmark line.
Is a powerful tonic. And where better to celebrate our good fortune? An old haunt with old friends.
How about you? What have you been up to?
I've taken a turn as an adventurer and hero. It turns out no one actually cares about murder, as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it.
Who would have thought?
Let's not get carried away, darling. I'm still me. Perhaps more me than I've ever been.
Do you ever miss walking in the sun?
I did at first. But then I realized these shadows, this darkness, it's all a part of me. I spent too long defined by what other people did to me, the choices other people made for me. But that's over now. This is who I am, in all my glory, for better and for worse.
I'm glad to hear it, except it looks
That
good
being
on you.
said, I haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. If the opportunity presented itself, well, I wouldn't say no. But until then, I am happy. We've had quite the journey, you and I. From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. Someone to take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye. So much as it's, see you later, darling.
Okay. Where'd Lae'zel go? She was up here a minute or so. Oh, she's over here by the fire. What is this with Lae'zel? What is this? And there's Wyll. Okay.
For 2 months I trained the Knights of the Comet. For 2 more I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through limbo. I never imagined we'd be standing toe-to-toe on this day, in this place. Nothing but allies, I always told myself. A necessary partnership. But in spite of every strained word, every barbed glance, seeing you brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head.
Jesus. A bit less solid than I expected.
It's taken a dozen Gish's talents, a few stolen psi crystals, and 2 10 days of effort to conjure my projection. Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This... Fey Run. Shractalor. Let's say both. I can't imagine a greater pleasure than Vlaakith's unmaking. Shractalor is the capital of the Githzerai, an exiled people, once kin with mine until the madness of civil war ripped out one sky into 2. Our Gish sent word of the rebellion to their god king Zareth Minyaragith through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance.
Where is Lae'zel? On a diplomatic mission.
Exactly the reaction I expected. My blade is keen as ever. But it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge. Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck. Minyaragith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And if he refuses, I carry on. Gravity pulls me in but one direction. I am the comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. My people will be free.
Good luck with that.
But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, bossy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable charm.
When will I see you again?
Soon. When the comet has risen. When the Lich Queen has crumbled to dust. I miss this place. More to the point, I miss you. I wouldn't even deny it with Vlaakith's vorpal blade at my neck. Though, I'd rather it not come to that. Now go. Mingle a bit. That's the word, right? Mingle. I'll be back one day. The Overgod himself couldn't keep me away.
Okay. What's become of the egg? Has it hatched?
So it has.
Ah,
And a fine man the hatchling will be. I call him Zan. Freedom. He is with the mages of Zamvardim. I trust his care to no one else. Zan's destiny will be his own to follow. Warrior, poet, explorer, scholar. His way will be the way of the comet. No chains to bind us, no lies to bury us. Liberty will be the rallying cry that unites our empire.
Okay. Who else have I got to talk to? There was... Wyll was here a second ago. There's Wyll. I gotta go talk to Wyll. And
There
Gale.
you are, my friend. Breathe deep. Can you smell it?
Let's see if I get my nature die roll. So I ain't got no bonuses. I did not make it.
You take a deep breath, but you don't notice anything beyond the ordinary.
Rolled poorly.
You don't know what you're missing. The sweetness of honeysuckle. The earthiness of splitting oak. A far cry from the rancid Avernus heat that's been clogging my lungs. I swear, Karlach and I have felled enough cambions to build a fortress with their horns. Who'd have thought that just one of those fiends held the key to escaping Avernus for good? One of them sported a map and some blueprints. If you want all the gory details, Karlach can fill you in.
Oh, she did. How have you been doing without your
I
powers?
think the splinters I made out of the last bone devil I saw speak for themselves. Not to pat myself too hard on the back, but I'm not such a bad ranger if I do say so myself.
Yeah.
I've missed you too. The rush of battles we fought, the heart-to-hearts, the nights around the fire, the comfort of knowing I didn't face the unknown alone. If I had to do it all over again, and I'd rather not, to be clear, I can't imagine not having you at my side.
Okay.
Well, that's enough hell talk for the moment. The night's young. You shouldn't go wasting it. Or wasting any of the wine for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oh, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
Okay, you gotta go back to Avernus. I don't blame you for that. Gale, where'd you
The
go?
whole gang is here. Wish I'd had time to polish up the horns.
Is that Gale? Let's go talk to Gale. Can I go catch up to Gale?
Well, well. Look what the Tressym dragged in.
Name of the Tressym.
Professor Gale Decarius of Blackstaff Academy. Educator of the esteemed School of Illusion. A pleasure to remake your acquaintance.
Hey, Professor, I thought you were going to teach every kind of
I
magic.
did offer, as a matter of fact. However, the Blackstaff insisted I couldn't teach every subject, nor could the simulacra of myself I offered to create for that purpose. So I've settled for teaching the art of illusion. Magic to confound the senses, to render the impossible into reality, and to allow expression of that most magical attribute of all, imagination. I fear my students find me somewhat intimidating due to my, explosive former reputation. I seem to put the fear of the gods into them. Or the fear of Mistra, to be more specific. I surrendered the crown of Karsus to her, as I told you I would. And in return, she cured me of the orb at last. Even now, I struggle to put the feelings into words. It was like exhaling for the first time after holding my breath for so very long. Of course, I haven't clarified with my students that the orb is no longer a threat. The legend of my explosive capabilities is an excellent means of controlling a classroom. Too good, if anything. I spend most of my time trying to convince them how much fun the study of magic can be. But it'd be easier to crack a smile on an intellect devourer than some of my pupils.
Sounds dull as old brass. Wouldn't you rather be out on another adventure?
I confess, sometimes while marking a student's 5th attempt at explaining the principles of illusory materialization, a thought occurs to me. In fact, I've actually been considering writing down the story of our adventures. The true tale of our flawed but ultimately endearing troop, and the trials and tribulations we overcame. I can hardly leave it to the likes of Volo to give a true account of our adventures. And no one would believe him if he did.
That odious man truly frizzles my whiskers.
His cat.
Long-haired miniature dragon, he calls me. Tressym is much less of a mouthful.
And what of you? What are you making of this newfound lease of life we earned?
On the love of my life, I'd say I'm pretty happy.
And I couldn't be happier for you. A fitting reward for the sacrifices you made in getting here. I've told my students plenty of tales about our escapades. You're something of a hero to them, you know? I'd be delighted to introduce you to my current cohort as a guest lecturer, perhaps. I'm sure they'd have plenty of questions for you.
Perhaps Shadowheart and I can give the lecture together.
See, why not? 2 heads are better than 1. Unless you're dealing with an Etin. Of course, you'll be most welcome to stay with me in my tower. My apologies, Tara. That would be our tower. It will give us plenty of time to catch up on your adventures. I'm very curious to know what you've been up to these past months. But I suspect the telling of that tale would keep you tied to me all evening. So, in the spirit of selflessness, I encourage you to mix and mingle for now, with time enough to come.
Okay. Who else have I not talked to? I have not talked to my girlfriend. What else is around here? There's some dude up here playing. Should I know who this guy is? Who's that? Oh, that's Karlach. Okay, I've talked with everybody but my girlfriend and... Oh, Minsc is over here. Do I want to talk to Minsc? We should talk to Minsc.
Boo! We are not dreaming! It is our old friend!
What is wrong with him? Why would you be dreaming?
What is reuniting with old comrades, if not the stuff of dreams? But Minsc is full-clothed, so this must be no vision. You will forgive the aroma, I hope. We were not expecting the Dusty One to open a portal to our very cell. Boo had a moment to lick himself clean, but there is a little too much of Minsc to cover.
You were in a cell?
Minsc and Boo have been helping, of course. We guard the streets, while Jaheira is occupied with harperish matters. The Zentarum rule the city's underbelly, so Minsc and Boo went to give them a tickle. There were harsh words, battle cries, some manner of head wound. We awoke in a Zentish cell, awaiting trial by noble combat. Execution, says Boo, though I am not sure of the difference. It is a long walk to the gallows, and Minsc still has his fists, no?
Does Jaheira know you're off the leash?
She told Minsc and Boo to behave themselves, which is why we shall be back in our cell by dawn. But leave such matters for the morn. Tonight is for celebration and the telling of tales. how have you filled your days since we tore this sticky tyrant from the sky?
We're going down the Hallmark line here. So just living my life now that I found someone to live with it.
Aha, the lovebirds still nest together then? Minsc is glad. For what is life without a companion? Though I am thinking
It's
yours
going a little
does
long.
not sit on your shoulders, eh?
40 minutes already, huh?
Ah,
But we're almost
you
done.
are right, boo.
I have to go
That
find my
is,
girlfriend.
None of Minsc's business. There is much merriment to be made before the night is done. Go and greet the others. Minsc shall make himself presentable. Ah, this pond shall do nicely, boo. Though I see no soap, so you shall have to blow the bubbles for me.
Is there any soap in any of the bags? Or in the barrels? No. No soap for me to give to... What is that? Oh, that's fire wine. That's fire wine. I don't want to be blowing up fire wine barrels. Tim, where's my girlfriend? Who's this down here? What is this down here? What is this? Where's my girlfriend? Where's my girlfriend?
For this.
Where is my girlfriend? Where's Shadowheart? Oh, she's up here. It's like, hon, what you doing?
I didn't expect to be nervous. But seeing everyone here like this, it's strange, isn't it? I feel like I must have dreamed the last few months. Now I'm waking up back in camp with my hair smelling like wood smoke and fallen leaves stuck to my backside.
Let's see. Don't worry. Start enjoying yourself in the time. I can pinch you if you're afraid of this. This isn't real. Your backside is just fine. Trust me. I've been checking regularly. Don't think you're up to this. We can say a word. Oh, let's do... I can pinch you if you're afraid this isn't real. I guess I can do that.
Save it for when we're alone. Anyway, I know it's real. I know we made it. I just wish I could go back in time and reassure the old me that it would all work out. But enough introspection. This is a party. So, we should divvy up what we tell people about what we've been doing these past few months. I'd hate to be a bore that comes along and regurgitates the same story to someone moments after you've told them. Any ideas?
Well, encompassing all things, what do you think is worth telling?
Well, there's the visit to the House of the Moon, fending off Sharan assassins, that stray imp that joined us. Bing bong, wasn't it? We've squeezed in a lot. And I'm glad I got to share it all with you. I'm sure we'll have them hanging off our every word. I'll leave you to do some mingling, unless you need anything else. Why? Are you expecting to be gone for long? All right.
Gotta do the Hallmark things. A hug and a kiss. Like I said, my wife's been watching Hallmark lately, so just kind of been on, and she hasn't changed the channel.
Get
So
lost in those arms.
yeah, okay. And now I need a kiss.
That can be arranged.
We get a kiss in. Then I think I need to go talk to that musician, and then Withers is the only other one I haven't talked to. Right? We've got a pet coming, hun. We're taking the Owlbear home with us.
We're with company. I'd be tempted to let you whisk me away someplace quiet.
Why can't they give you the choice of, sounds like a good idea, let's go? Okay.
With music in the air and wine flowing, I think I'll manage. Don't get into trouble, but if you must, fetch me first.
Oh, yeah. He's out there playing in the water.
Suddenly I had a spot of deja vu.
Okay. So who is this guy? I should know who this guy is. Milil, Forgotten Troubadour. He's like a level something ridiculous. He's a level 12 Troubadour. Alright, well. I got a bad feeling about this. I've already failed one. I've already failed one die roll. I want to make a die roll tonight. So, PF5. Just in case I have some kind of die roll, because I'm talking to a dude here.
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice.
Who are you?
You have no idea who I am, do you? I thought Withers might have set the stage a little.
No. It's not Withers' way. How do you know Withers?
I owe him a favor, one he is eternally invoking. I thought honoring the worthy was a fair price to pay for Withers to pull me out of the fugue plane. Alas, one purgatory to another.
What are you doing the fugue plane?
Languishing in obscurity. Cyric knew what he was doing when he punished me for that song, the prick. Before I was banished to the fugue plane, I had song prayers coming out the proverbial ears. Guess how many I get now? None.
Musical prayers were once offered to Milil, Lord of Song, a minor deity whose worship faded after offending the trickster god Cyric.
Yeah.
I'm washed up, I'm afraid.
I disagree. It's an honor to be serrated by Milil, Lord of Song.
You know? You're bloody right. It is an honor. Finally. The scribe picks an adventurer of substance, of culture. What can I do you for?
Do I get to... Just carry on.
Fantastical news. Carry on I shall.
I don't know what song he's gonna go play, but I'd like to get him to play the river song, but... Okay, I've talked with him. I've talked with everybody. There's nobody left except Withers. Where the hell is Withers?
Oh, Rack. I'd take Rat over this any day.
Chest of Grateful Words. Oh my goodness. Letter from Minster, that would be something to read. I apologize for my absence from Withers' little gathering. As you know, only the most urgent of business would keep me from indulging myself in his excellent taste in sweetmeats and your esteemed company, of course. I was delighted to hear that you came to your senses with regards to that cursed crown, and delighted yet further when I learned that the orb's malingering presence no longer possesses any threat. In that sense, at least, I hope you feel Mr. treated you fairly. I hear you've been dabbling in the spot of educating, a noble profession indeed, and no doubt after your adventures you've plenty of wisdom to share. If I might offer a modicum of my own, keep your head sharp, your heart kind, and your larder stocked. After all, one never knows when an old friend might drop by. Okay. It's a letter from Voss. Morpheus may not be with us, but the comet shines ever bright. Beneath my breath, battle by battle, Wackett's death draws nearer. I have taken to the astral plane, slaughter all who must be slaughtered, and spread the air's truth. To every possible era, willing, unwilling, many Githyanki have already taken up arms as warriors of the comet. Others have remained in their enclaves or traveled to creches, dedicating themselves to our cause as scribes, spies, and slate scholars. But our allies do not call themselves children of Gith. Zareth Mengar Agith, the Githzeri's Con King, has requested an audience. There was a time I would have thought such a coalition unspeakable, but with the Githzeri at our side, not even the full force of the Githraki could stop us. If Lacus fall, perhaps the two skies must again be made one. Voss Relorfus Knifus, Knight of the Comet. And that's what she told me she would call me. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Who else is in here? Official guild letter, letter from Art, letter from Valeria, Arabella. Oh, Arabella. Hey, you. It's Arabella, you remember me, right? One man once said I needed to find balance. Well, creation meets ruin, morning meets midnight, and root of all being. Fancy talk. He was right, though. After I touched that idol in the grove, it was like a big tree started to grow in my head. And all these weird thoughts and feelings and powers sprouted on its branches like big black leaves. I had to figure myself out, so I followed the weave, like Bone Man said. I don't know how I knew what to do, I just did. After you squished the brain, Beardman showed up, said the weave led him to me, and me to him. He's teaching me how to make sense of all those leaves on my head tree. He says I need to use magic responsibly. He also says not to call him Beardman. I'll let you know how it goes. Floric. Oh boy, there's Alfire. She's the bard. Sorry it's been so long, but I have the most amazing news. You know how Lacrissa was working insane hours at the Elsong Tanger? Well, she woke me up one morning all excited and told me she had a surprise for me. She took me to a house in the lower city that had a plaque hanging up outside it. Plaque with your and Lae'zel's names on it. And School of Music beneath. I just burst into tears. I couldn't believe it. It's the cutest house you've ever seen, with a big open space downstairs and a small loft where we can sleep. Word spread, and before I knew it, I had a room packed with trainee bards from Candlekeep to Waterdeep. Lacrissa had to quit the elf song to help out. I'm teaching night and day and fall into bed overly exhausted every night. And I've never been happier. Do come and visit sometime. We'd love to have you. Lots of love, Elfire. Okay. Harp stamped letter. I hope you find you wherever you are. I just wanted to thank you and ask a favor. I knew you made a watcher. The High Harper put me forward to the Harper Council for service to the city. I'm not sure what that means, but I know that if it wasn't for you, I'd be back mucking out my mother's yard. I am permitted to bring one guest to the ceremony who will name me watcher before the council. You spoke for me once before. I understand you're probably busy, but I would be honored if you'd do it again. I await your reply whenever you can, but hopefully soon. Harper Geraldus. Okay. Nine Fingers, what she got to say for me? Not much for leaving the city, but it does gladden the girl's heart to be asked to do well. So I'll thank you for that much. I'm in my place except a few casts of fine vintage that managed to roll their way down from the upper city and all the commotion. The rebuilding has given rise to many such happy opportunities worth discussing over a more civilized drink in my guild hall if you find yourself at a loose end. Enjoy the muck and see if you can get the High Harper to sing. You won't be disappointed. Myrina? Finally had my baby, a beautiful boy. I can't believe I ever thought of giving him up. He screams his head off half the night, and I barely slept, but I'm the happiest I've ever been. Other than my wedding day, of course. I decided to name him Connor after his dad. With Ethel gone, myself and some of the other Hag survivors have started our own publishing house. We've only printed a few pamphlets so far, but I'm halfway through my first book. Me, an author. It's like something out of a dream. Mind you, it's all about how to kill hags, but you know what they say, write what you know. Every pamphlet we publish, more people show up to our support meetings. Support groups, as happy as that makes me, it breaks my heart to see how much harm Ethel did. But so long as I live, another hag won't set foot in Baldur's Gate. You have my word. Anyway, the reason I'm writing isn't just to talk your ear off. It's to say thank you for saving a scared young girl who thought she'd be a terrible mother. I couldn't have been more wrong. Next time we meet, pints are on me. Okay. Hope. What's Hope got to say? I had a dream last night. Not that there are any nights here, or any days. It was a dream about you, all of you, and you were here with me, and I had served bread and jam and oat crackers and cheeses and enough tea to quench a thirst. You nibbled and sipped and smiled and laughed, and you asked if I was happy. Nobody's asked that for so long that I didn't know if anyone has ever asked at all. I didn't have the words to answer, so instead I led you through my house and showed you all the souls that are here with me. They were Raphael's once, but now they only belong to themselves. The archive is an art gallery. The boudoir is a grand kitchen, and the dungeon is a refuge for any wounded soul or creature that finds its way to us. Am I happy? I don't know, but I am Hope, and I persist because of you. Okay, that's good. Nocturne? I don't remember Nocturne. Dear Shadowheart, I hope that you... Oh, yeah, that was... Happy and well, I must keep this short, as I remain surrounded by Shar's followers at almost every waking moment in my new enclave. I dearly wish for you to enjoy your night spent with old friends. I hope that you and I shall share such a reunion. I know it must seem strange for me to dwell on such heretical thoughts, yet I cannot help myself. Perhaps one day I shall find some measure of the bravery that you did and walk away from this life. Until then, I shall keep safe and hold memories of you as my one ember of light amid an ocean of darkness. Until we find each other once again. Nocturne. Okay. Elminster we read. Damon? Would you mind passing this on to Karlach? Thanks a mill. Karlach, if you're reading this, you're alive. One way or another, you found a way. Thank the gods. I think of you often, wondering what's become of you. Write to me, won't you, please? Your faith is down. She can't do that. She's gonna burn us, dumbass. Barkus. Who just gave me this address and said I could consider writing. Well, I considered it. Return address included. Barkus. Yeah. A fire we did. Floric. I doubted you for so long, perhaps you knew that already in spite of my best attempts. You proved yourself time and again, at Waukeen's Rest, in Moonrise Towers, and Worm's Rock, and still I doubted. The Netherrain's defeat should have proven your courage, yet I was more doubtful than ever. This was a ruse, a dream, a trick. And then one eve, from the elf song, I heard it, singing, a raucous, loud, tuneless, drunken refrain. I'd never heard anything more terrible and more beautiful. I raised my voice and joined the chorus. That was the moment all my doubts melted away, and were replaced with something more valuable, hope. Baldur's Gate will be whole again. I might have doubted you, but you never did. With profound admiration, Floric. Okay. Arach? Isn't she the one that gave us the funny potions? Greetings from Menzoveran, where the blood you so kindly traded me is ready to play its part in resurrecting the glorious house Obladra. From the moment I saw you, I knew you had power, and I knew that I could harness it. I knew that it could be mine. Soon I will descend into the abyss my people call the Claw Rift, searching for my lost house in its depths. Will it be dangerous? Oh yes, most dangerous. But don't fear, darling, your strength will see me through. I will find the ruins of my house, and when I emerge again, it will be as the matron mother of a house reborn. All thanks to you, all thanks to the power in your blood. Till we meet again, my darling. Master of the Sanguine Arts. Okay. Arabella we read. Valerie, he's gonna be rude. Writing to request your help in a mysterious case that has risen since our little Behelian bash a half a year ago. Regrettably, I've had to take the credit for dispelling the Baal cult. In your absence, you understand. And I'm working on routing the remaining Baals from our fair city, with newly promoted Blaze Devella Fountainhead in tow, of course. This has made me a target. A false document bringing my name into ill repute has been made public, an alleged unpaid bar tab at the Elf Song. If you happen to be passing through with a bindle of coin, perhaps you can persuade management of my obvious innocence. Much obliged. P.S. Any advice on getting Baldur's blood out of cloth? My hat's not been the same since the murder tribunal. Art. In sunny parts of the last light inn. A light breeze blows now and then. People are milling in and out. Builders, visitors, the children of all ages in Halsin's care. I can no longer hold a quill or eat without assistance. A kind friend is transcribing this for me. Daniel, rejoined with Oliver, has promised to be with me when the end comes, and as our old songs drift on the wind ever louder, I know I have mere days left. But I do not fear it, if not for your help, this land would still be shrouded in darkness, and I'd still be lost within it. Know that my heart is full of and happy, and I'm grateful for my lost moments. Do visit someday, and if you have time to stop by an old Flaming Fist's grave, I know I'd love to see you. Heart. Okay. And the official guild letter. It's going to be the Zentarium. To the hero of the realms, we have followed your adventure closely from the day you fell from that doomed Nautilite to the final blow you struck the nether rain as it loomed over the Sword Coast. We are but a humble guild who pride ourselves in telling stories not unlike the tales to be written of you for many years to come. How inspired we have been to witness your feats, awesome and terrible, the lives you saved and sundered, the friendships you found. Thus we thought to extend a greeting to thank you for adventuring with such creative determination, such panache, enough to touch the hearts of our number. With deepest gratitude, the Guild of Great Genius.
Not even close.
I don't even know who that is. Alright, so I guess I was supposed to read that. Where is Withers?
Have your associates always been so ugly?
Tara.
Oh, is he back here? This should be like the last... Yeah, okay. Because there's his crypt. Well, bring me inside, you dumb... Yeah, because there's his crypt. There he is, sitting there having a drink. Alright, Withers, I think this ends it, right?
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate, until such time it requires saving again.
Yep.
How dost thou feel?
Sorry, this took over an hour to get through all this. I can't help but feel some things have been left undone.
If thou could only see the paths of fate untaken, thy mind would surely break. Be glad of thy chosen path. It is, after all, thine. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at
Already
least
passed.
that much.
I'm caught up with everyone. What comes next?
What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen.
Okay, here we go. I think this is the end. From what my kid told me, this is the true end of the game.
Balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready, for thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving.
To brains without worms and a good night's sleep, to the hope of more adventures to come, to the greatest friends I could dream of, to Baldur's Gate. We'll go with the greatest friends I could dream of.
To you.
Okay, are we done? Fade to black. And we get the things. Loving memory of our friend and colleague Jim Southworth, Cinematic Innovation Lead. Directed by Sven, and all of these good things. I am not going to have all the credits roll here on camera because we're over an hour here, and I would like to end this. You can see these in the game. They have a way of you getting to all the credits. I have, let them run off camera for myself. But here, we're going to go ahead and exit from here, and we should go out to the end screen here.
There thou art.
This is so cool.
The dead three. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou soughtst to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.
So what does that... Well, that's interesting. That little bit there. Is he taking back the reins of the Dead Three? Okay, and we're back here. So, if you like what you see, hit the thumbs up button. Leave me comments on the playthrough. It's been 388 some videos, I think it is, for this playthrough. It's taken me a very long time to do. I have to go back and see when I started it, but I started it a long time ago, and I've been working on it ever since. I'm glad to have finished it through once. I'm definitely going to play it through a few more times. If you can leave me comments about what you think I should do for the next playthrough. The other thing is I started a Discord channel. You should find the link in the description of the video. You can join me there and give me suggestions on possible Baldur's Gate 3 playthroughs that we would, that I could video content for. I think any more playthroughs that I'm going to do going forward, other than the one that I have currently, I still have one uninformed playthrough that I'm doing right now that I have to finish, which will probably take me about a month or so to finish up. But when I get ready to go on to the next adventure, whatever it may be, whether it's uninformed or if it's a replay of something else, I think I'm going to try to do streams, and I'd be interested in seeing what people think. If streams are a more conducive thing to this kind of playthrough, where you're playing through a role-playing game and you can have a 2 or 3 hour stream of consciousness and not always come up with sort of an artificial, it's 45 minutes, I need to stop here, and then, maybe you'll be able to catch the next video, maybe not. But if you know the stream is there, you know you can say, well, I watched half of it. I can just skip ahead to wherever. I'm finding streams to be more of something I like for role-playing games like this. For the broken down videos, I like those more for like the battle games. Like the one I'm doing right now is BattleTech. Pretty much it's like there's a little bit of quote-unquote role-playing on your ship while you rebuild your troop up or whatever. But the main part of it is a battle game. So it's like one video for a battle game, a video for some stuff on the ship, which leads you to the next battle, and then you do the battle game, and then some more stuff on the ship that leads you to the next battle. So it kind of goes back and forth, and there's very good breaks for that. For here, I always felt like I was artificially breaking, or I was running long because I was in the middle of something and I didn't want to break it in the middle. Here near the end, I actually did break a battle off, realizing that it was going to probably take me, and it did take me over an hour to get through it from where I was, and I'd already been going for half an hour. And then in the final battle, it took me about an hour to do the battle, to prep and get into the battle and finish off the brain. But then there was like 30 minutes of just end screen slides, which if I'd have known was there, I would have tried to stop the video, but I couldn't. It just kept on going from cutscene to cutscene to cutscene to cutscene, and it, there was a couple times where a dialogue popped up, and I should have just stopped right there. But it was like, oh, this will be the it. Oh, this will be it. Oh, this will be it. And just had more and more and more and more and more. So I was incorrect about how fast they would do the end slides there. There was a good half an hour plus this whole thing that I just did here, which is an hour. So there's a good hour and a half worth of gameplay and just sort of the epilogue and the aftermath of what you did in the full game. So keep that in mind, especially if you're doing content creation. Please subscribe to the channel. It's free to subscribe. It helps build the channel for me. I appreciate all 300 plus people that have subscribed so far to the channel. I really would like to, get a few hundred more if I can. That's my goal here in 2025, is to just keep increasing the number of people that subscribe. So that's why I'm looking for your comments and or join the Discord channel and give me some ideas what you'd like to see me do. Whether it's a reprise of Baldur's Gate 3, but doing it in a different way. Streams and going specific character class or race or something. Or something you'd like to see me do like that. Or if you'd like to see me go do some other games, let me know. If I have the monetary ability to buy a game that I don't have, I can do that and try and create something. Or if you have seen some of my video at the beginning of 2024, I kind of gave a list off of the games that I have to do videos of. I will probably be doing that. I will be posting that up on the Discord server. So again, a reason to go join the Discord server is just to see the games that I'm considering doing various playthroughs on or video content of. All right? All right. I'm Dren608. Until we meet again, stay safe and bye-bye.